mortal! A mortal! And I am...
Bye!
I am a fool who finally met his match.
Honestly, I think that's a little bit better of an ending. Okay. So that's what led up to this one. And then we go back over here.
And the Dread Wolf, finally outsmarted by a mere mortal. It looked like one of the biggest stories this world had ever seen was finally drawing to a close.
The story of the Veilguard. A team of heroes who stood strong against evil, no matter the cost.
Whatever it takes.
What?
But whenever one story ends, another begins.
Like the story of the Grey Wardens, clearing the remains of the Blight so that the flowers can grow again.
What?
Or the story of Arkandorian Parvus, dragging Tevinter into a new era with bold and forceful measures.
Or the story of a caretaker, standing watch for new heroes.
For the Antivan Crows, it would be a story of bringing a traitor to justice and reclaiming Treviso from the Blight.
This is so weird.
Among the Veil Jumpers, the fall of the last elven gods meant Arlathan was reborn.
At their heart, stories are about change.
A man seeing his ward become more than he could ever have imagined.
What? Lord Manfred. Oh man, I kind of wish I had actually done that one.
A woman making Docktown a little better for the people who live there.
Shut up, Nev. We're talking
An
about Lord
assassin
Manfred.
driving out the darkness in his city and himself.
Himself? He got rid of the demon.
A student of history, helping the elves put past evils behind them forever.
A dragon hunter forging a new life for themselves.
Or the Griffins, finding a new home in Arlathan, protecting a world that once thought them lost for good.
Or the Dwarven people, rediscovering their lost magic and their connection to the stone.
Something just occurred to me. Well, oh, wait, no, never mind. He was dead. That's right. I was about to say, Varric got hit with that same dagger that gave Harding her powers. Why didn't Varric get powers? And then I was like, oh, wait, that's right. He's dead.
There are stories of love.
But those stories aren't over. And we will always be grateful to those whose stories brought us where we are today. And those whose stories will live on with us forever.
Did it have... Hold on. Friggin' Varric in the clouds like he's Mufasa?
Those whose stories will live on with us forever.
Simba. He needs to be careful. If he leans his head back too far... I am Mexican. If he leans back too far and hits his head on the mirror, his gender changes, remember? He's got to be careful. That's a dangerous place to lay down.
Come in.
Okay, so... okay.
Did he romance Balara? Is this a romance thing?
Well, I don't know what to say. That's new for me. I mean, there's the obvious stuff. Like, thank you for saving me, I mean.
You're welcome.
I actually really like how utterly clueless and stumped Rook looks in this one. He's just like, you are really freaking weird? You're welcome. Anything else?
Okay, good. So, with all that, where does that leave us? Romantically, I mean, I sort of tried to kill you, sorry.
Imagine if you hadn't ever romanced her and she comes in and does this. Where does that leave us romantically? I mean, you're just like, we just met.
About that, feels like it could make things awkward.
Venatori has you under a spell. Not really your fault.
Okay, fair. The thing is... This is hard. Finding the words, I mean.
Oh, that.
You can do this.
When they...
You can do this.
Changed me. They told me no one was coming. They found the part of my heart that doesn't want to be happy. And they fed it. But I had faith. And you, deep down, past the mask, then you found me and saved me.
I'll always find you, Blur. No matter what. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just can't believe it. Still, after everything that's happened, that could happen, even with the Evanurus gone, we don't know what's coming next. You know what, though? That doesn't matter.
Are we doing all the
Not
romance
right
ending
now.
now?
I want to live in this moment as long as I can.
They're all hearts.
After what you went
There's
through,
no choice.
I'd say a little joy is well deserved.
Malalath Athim Mir Uthinira.
And a ball we've grown all we've any bond to you too, madam. Mwah. Imagine if while they're holding hands, her Thanos gauntlet snapped down and just like pinched his fingers off. Whoops.
The storm quelled. The sun dimmed. The wolf defanged. At last, we have balanced. Guided. Whispered.
Oh! Okay, that's Varric's brother. Varric's brother in Dragon Age 2, when he found the idol and went insane, he found the red lyrium, which led to all the events of DA2. And I think that's Meredith? And what's his name? The leader of the mages that started the war. The first one was Loghain. Oh, it was Loghain when he ordered the retreat in Origins. When he abandoned the Grey Wardens and a bunch of them got killed.
Whispered.
And that's Inquisition. That's the giant rift. That was the guy with Solus's orb.
And soon, the poisoned fruit ripens. We come.
Gross. Okay, so they're basically coming up with a new mastermind villain that was behind everything of the first 3 games. Flemeth was there too. Flemeth was there? Hang on.
Have balanced. Guided. Whispered.
Oh, bottom left. That's Flemeth. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I didn't recognize her in that art style at first. You're right, though.
And soon, the poison destined fruit ripens. We come.
Forget PlayStation. Da-dong! The Veilguard remains vigilant. Not mine, they're all dead. Very interesting. Dude, I think I got the most excited there on seeing that thing. The way that they did that, though, it reminded me of the Silence from Doctor Who. For anyone who's not a Doctor Who watcher, that's fine. There was this one evil organization, or aliens, that basically they shaped human history. And anytime you were not looking at the Silence, you forgot that they existed. So even the people trying to hunt these things down, they would come up with a system like, if you see it, don't look away, and pull out a marker and make a mark on your arm. And the most horrifying thing for these people would be like if they were looking around and they looked down and they had like 20 marks on their arm. And they'd be like, what? And they look around and they look down and then they've got 15 more marks on their arm. Because they keep forgetting over and over and over and over and over. This reminds me a lot of the Silence. These guys guiding all the evil things. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything here we haven't seen? Let me make sure you guys have seen all the stuff. So good ending.
Heroes who stood strong against evil. No matter the...
Hold on, what's this?
Soft to fix his mistakes and right an ancient wrong. It looked like one of the biggest stories this world had ever seen was finally drawing to...
Love the bookmark tab names, especially food. Oh, I think that one just has my local Domino's in it.
Close.
The story of the Veilguard. A team of heroes...
Okay, we saw this. All right. Fake
better.
dagger ending.
Crushed.
We saw the fake dagger ending. Fighting ending.
Against me alone.
Wait. Oh, this is a different fight. Okay, I thought this was going to be the one where Harding got turned to stone.
It is over.
And Nev, but it's
You could never
different.
stand against me alone. If you will excuse me, the final enchantments require a delicate touch.
Oh, they brought Tosh? Lame. Wait, Harding and Emerald is here? Dude, how do you have so many companions here? Really?
I am
Just walked into it?
against you, and I am not alone. But you will be. The veil needs to be tied to the life force of an elven god. And now it is. Dread Wolf.
You sneer at me as though you understand. You are mortal.
How do you have your companions?
To your infinitesimal existence. I am a god.
No, you're a battery. Okay, so that was one that we hadn't seen before. That's cool. And then we've got bad ending. Oh look, it's the one I got. I got the worst possible one, chat. Yeah. I'm rewatching this because I'm wondering what. Dude, I forget dodge roll.
You are alone now, truly.
When exactly did he get his blood on the dagger?
Everything. It is over.
Yeah, it is. Because it's not just my blood on that dagger.
Did any of you notice when In this ending, which is the ending we got, when did Solus's blood get on the dagger? Was it just like when they were tumbling around, he got nicked or something? Don't question. I will question it so hard. Your blood contains Solus blood? What? He's not my dad. The writers of the game don't even know. Is his blood in you? What? What? No, just because he talked to me in my dreams doesn't mean we have the same blood DNA. Probably blood on clothing and you touched it or something. Solus, I am your father.
You were never ready to make the sacrifices that leadership requires.
Okay, okay. I think my favorite ending is actually the fake dagger. I think fake dagger is actually my favorite one. I think the good ending where your character and the Inquisitor and Morrigan and that other lady all come in and just like with the power of friendship you convince Solus that he was wrong all along. I think that's cheesy. This is both really exciting to me because it ties into the stuff that I know really well, but also it's also kind of like because you know World of Warcraft's been doing that for years, but I mean it's been working for them where it's just like, you know, every time they finish an expansion, the next expansion you find out that the bad guy, there's actually a bigger, badder bad guy, and it just keeps going on. The power of friendship with Morgan in what universe? Yeah. The WoW method, yeah. Besides the other endings, we also react to the cutscenes and Solus's memory side quests. There's a lot of new lore information. Hang on a second. Oh god, dude, this is 25 minutes long. I don't think I want to watch all of this. No. I might check this out later, because I might watch this only 2x speed. But I'll link it in the chat. But apparently there was like more Solus side quests that I didn't finish that has information. Wrap up review time. Are we doing this? Oh man, I think we're doing this. Okay. All right. What do we got? Okay. Janthier Wilds is not what I'm reviewing. Why did I just type Janthier Wilds? What the heck? I just part of my brain just wants to even quash the game name. What the hell? All right. Dragon Age Veilguard. Dragon Age Veilguard. Yeah, my brain's just like, just forget about it. Just forget about it, man. Just forget about it. Okay. All right. What? Let's just assume we're taking a game, and at the beginning, we're assuming it's got a perfect score. What brings it down from that perfect score? Okay, first off, let's see. Character. Start with all weapons, never any new ones to unlock. Boring. Only 3 skills allowed on bar. Can't control companions. Use any companion skill. All their skills go on cooldown. Pointless to level more than 1. So after a few levels, you have nothing more to look forward to. Party size decreased to 3. Less companion interactions. To use companion skills, have to pause game every single time. On average, have to pause every 26 seconds to keep using their abilities. Breaks flow terribly. Faces. Faces look like Pixar. There we go. Ignore DA lore of high scale. Yep. Abandoned the what did you do last game system for 95% of choices. That was intrinsic, I can't spell intrinsic, to the DA franchise. Okay. Elephant in the room. The writing. There were a few good moments and a whole lot of bad ones. Dialogue between characters. Main plot having massive holes, such as party hiding in a dragon's ribcage and smaller enemies cannot pass through the ribs that the larger party members walked past. Main character, 90-pound mage, in my case, pushed over a 20,000-pound statue at start of game. Main character, mage in my case, won a 1v6 bar brawl at the beginning with no magic. Like, it was insane.
Keep the group alive. I'll be right
They
back.
killed
stand in the fire
two
just so you don't get bored.
Characters beloved by the DA fan base 5 minutes into the game. Bianca counts as a character in this example. Okay. Morgan's personality was murdered. Yeah. The puzzle. Oh! Puzzles subscribed to the methods from games like God of War and Darksiders, in that they make absolutely zero sense if you think, like, why did the elves make this here 300 years ago? And don't just blindly do the puzzle. This can be fun in some games, but in the Dragon Age franchise, it takes away immersion that was built very highly in previous titles. There you go. Tosh. Tosh. Look, a lot of people are complaining about the game being woke, okay? And it is, but I want to point out, this is the list of that we've done so far before I got to that, okay? I got no problem with people that are, they're gay men or lesbian women, or they're bi, or they are, what was she? She was non-binary. No problem with any of that, okay? You could argue that Baldur's Gate 3 has all of that. The difference is in how it's done. You either don't, you just don't touch that topic, like Doom, they don't touch that, or if you're gonna do it, you just treat them like a normal person. Just, you want inclusivity? You want people to treat each other equally? Just treat them like a normal person. Like Krem from Dragon Age Inquisition. Do y'all remember Krem? Krem was biologically female, but she wanted to be treated like a man, and she went out and she fought on the front lines with Iron Bull's Chargers, and they treated her like one of the boys. And as long as she was out there side by side with them and pulling the same weight they did, they respected her wishes, his wishes, and treated him like one of the boys. And they kicked ass. It was fine. That's how you do it. You're just like, this is a character, this is their thing. And you're just like, oh, okay. The problem with Tosh is, to give some examples, met Tosh, asked about her garb. She snapped back that she isn't that and can wear what she wants. Minutes later, she is caught making fun of Nev for her garb. She was insufferable. This is before she was like, hey, time out about the god and the dragon thing. I need everybody to know I'm non-binary. And it's like, yo, that's fine. We're a little busy right now, okay? Like, and it could have been anyone. If you had someone that you thought was non-binary and they paused a meeting to tell me that they're straight now, I would have been like, would you shut up? We're trying to discuss how to save the world. We're probably going to die. Like it was just so just weird to just force it in there. And look, I didn't even do her side quest, so I didn't even see the stuff that was all over Twitter about like, oh, you misgendered me, you got to do 10 push-ups and that kind of stuff. Like I didn't even get to that. So it was, she just was an insufferable character. I'm not that regarding the Kyun, and then she was doing a Kunari ritual. Yup. Muck is not a foe. Muck is a hater on bad writing. Again, in today's day and age, especially me, because I'm in front of a camera all the time, it's like walking on eggshells when you talk about this topic, right? So like, I'm trying my best to stress, like, I got no problem with any of these groups of people. It's just like when you do this, it's just honestly, this probably damages their reputation. Like, I imagine the person who wrote the non-binary character into the game was trying to be inclusive or something. But they probably made people who never ever have thought about non-binary people, and now their impression of them is this insufferable witch. And now they're gonna think of her, and it's just like, oh my god, great, you damaged the movement, good job, you've hurt the movement, well done. Tasha's probably a self-insert character. I have no idea. I haven't done any research on the writers. I mean, it's possible, sure, but I don't know for sure, so I'm not gonna claim that. They made Tasha's entire personality just being non-binary. The problem with the storyline is it has zero to do with anything in the game. Maybe it has to do with family life, but since when do they include that in the storyline? I mean, that's okay. Including family stuff isn't the worst. There was, oh gosh, in Dragon Age Origins, there was one of the party members that, who was it? Damn it. One of the party members found out their sister was alive, and they thought that she'd been dead for years. And there's a side quest where you can go and basically try to reunite them with their sister. Alistair, thank you. So, and then, Alistair finds out he's royalty. That was a big thing. So, like, there was, there are quests in previous games that, bring family into it. But it's not, you sit the family down at dinner to tell them that you're changing your identity and then have a big fight about it. It's just different. So, I mean, family is an acceptable plot point. It's just, there's good writing and bad writing. Muck, was there anything in the game you liked? Let's see. Okay, so I had a lot of beef with the combat system. You had no new weapons. There was like no new skills. Couldn't control the companions. All this section up here was my beef with the combat system. However, I won't lie. Combat system was fun until I got bored of it, and then there was no new things to add to it, right? Like the dodging, the blocking. I didn't expect to get a parry while playing a mage. That was kind of cool. I had a parry. The graphics of the lightning, like when I would like do a whole bunch of lightning attacks on someone and they would start conducting electricity and it was splashing all over the place. It was beautiful. It looked really cool. Unfortunately, I was doing the same strategy fighting the mobs at the beginning of the game as I was on the final boss. It didn't ever change. It didn't ever change. Oh, also, no blood magic. And necromancy didn't necromancer didn't necromancy. So it just had green fireballs. That's it. Maybe mention why you switched to journalist mode. So like, I don't know, 20 hours in or something like that, I got to the point where I was finding the side quests to be kind of insufferable. And I hadn't even gotten to the ones all over Twitter. I was just, it's like, when we had the battle at, was it Weishaupt? That a bunch of, like, tons of Grey Wardens died. And then Davrin was, like, really down in the dumps about it. Makes sense. He's got survivor's guilt. He just saw a bunch of his, brothers and sisters get killed. He tried to kill the dragon, and it didn't kill. Did they ever explain that? Did they ever explain why the Grey Warden didn't die when he killed the dragon? I can't remember them doing that. Unless it was like a side quest and they didn't include the explanation in the main story. But, anyway, he tried to kill it. It didn't work. He was all confused. He was pissed off. We go and we talk to Davrin, and he's really upset. And that totally makes sense. And there's literally an option that says, we need you to get over it. We got work to do. And he's like, and he's smiling. You're right. Okay, let's buckle down. What's next, boss? I think it was after that that I stopped talking to the companions.